Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. In the headlines today, fond farewell accorded to senior officers and employees on superannuation. Colorful cultural program marks Utkal Divas celebrations by SAIL RSP. And picturesque garden Pragati Udyan inaugurated at Rourkela steel plant. And now the news in detail. The senior officers and employees who superannuated from the company's service were accorded fond farewell in different functions held on 31st March. At a function held in CEO Conference Hall, Mr. Ashwini Kumar, CEO RSP, presented service certificates and gifts to Mr. Bashir Ahmed Masoodi, GM F&A. Present on the occasion were Mr. P.K. Pradhan, ED P&A, Mr. Subendra Das, ED Works, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, ED Projects, Dr. S.S. Pati, Director M&HS, several general managers and other senior officers of RSP. Mr. Kumar reminisced the significant contributions made by Mr. Masoodi, especially in the area of digitization and the implementation of GST, and wished him a happy and peaceful post-retirement life. The officer on his part thanked SAIL, RSP as well as the senior and junior colleagues for their unstinted support. In a function organized at ED Works Conference Hall, Mr. Subendra Das, ED Works, RSP, presented service certificates and gifts to Mr. Dhirendra Kumar Mahapatra, DGM AMR Monitoring and Special Cell. Present on the occasion were general managers and other senior officers of RSP. In a similar function held at Finance and Accounts Department, Mr. B.A. Masoodi, GM F&A, presented service certificates and gift to Mr. Guru Charan Satpathy, DGM F&A, Mr. Prafulla Kumar Pati, AGM F&A, while Mr. M.K.L. Chand, GM Projects Commercial, presented the service certificates and gifts to Mr. Indramani Samal, DGM C&IT, in the presence of Mr. R. Nayak, GM C&IT. Several senior officers and staff of F&A and C&IT were present on the occasion. In the farewell function held at IGH, Dr. S.S. Pati, Director M&HS, handed over the service certificates and gift to Dr. Mrs. Meenu Patel, Senior Deputy Director M&HS, in the presence of other senior doctors and staff of the department. In all, 62 employees, including 3 executives up to the grade of senior manager, were accorded a warm farewell in a function organized at Civic Center. The spouses of the employees who were present were also felicitated. Dr. S.S. Pati, Director M&HS, was the chief guest on the occasion and presented gifts and service certificates to the superannuating employees. Mr. C.G. Ramalingam, DGM Town Services, was the guest of honor. Mr. S. Badapanda, Senior Manager Personnel, was the master of the ceremony. A colorful cultural program reflecting the rich culture and tradition of Orissa marked the 82nd Utkal Divas celebrations organized by SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant RSP, at Civic Center on 1st April 2018. Mr. Ashwini Kumar, CEO RSP, graced the function as the chief guest. Mr. P.K. Pradhan, ED Personnel and Administration, Mr. Subendra Das, ED Works, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, ED Projects, and many other senior officers of RSP were also present on the occasion. The dignitaries offered floral tributes to the portraits of Utkalamani Pandit Gopabandhu Das and Utkal Gaurav Madhusudan Das. The program began with the soulful rendering of the Utkal Bandhana by Mrs. Ashalata Sarangi, renowned vocalist and the artist of Singhari Kala Niketan. The grand cultural evening began with an enthralling Odissi classical dance performance, Navadurga, by the artist of Nrityanjali, which was followed by a mesmerizing Nritya Natika Mo Odisha by the tiny tots of the same institution. A spellbinding fusion dance performance showcasing the rich cultural heritage of Odisha presented by the artists of Shillong Art Institute had the audience clapping for an encore. Mr. N.K. Samantarai, GM Town Administration, proposed a vote of thanks at the end. Mr. Shashank Patnaik of Public Relations Department welcomed the gathering and coordinated the show. Adding to the green cover inside the steel plant Pragati Udyan, a beautiful garden developed in front of new plate mill was inaugurated by Mr. Ashwini Kumar, CEO, Rourkela Steel Plant on 31st March 2018. Mrs. Savita Kumari, President, Deepika Mahila Sangati, Mr. P.K. Pradhan, ED P&A, Mr. Subendra Das, ED Works, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, ED Projects, Mrs. Meenakshi Pradhan, Mrs. Roona Das, Mrs. Rekha Agarwal, the Vice Presidents of DMS, several General Managers and their spouses and other senior officers and employees of the plant in large numbers were present on the occasion. The CEO along with the EDs and other senior officers went around the garden and appreciated the efforts of all the departments who have contributed in creating the scenic spot. It is worth mentioning here that the charming garden has been developed by the Civil Engineering Services Department by transforming about 15,000 square meters of wasteland with the help of field machinery maintenance and Material Recovery Department MRD. The massive task of removing and relocating the waste from the land and covering of a nearby abandoned pit was accomplished within a short period. The beautifully landscaped garden with manicured lawns and about 500 different types of plants is also adorned with an ornamental fountain with lighting arrangement. An added attraction of the garden is the replica of military tank fabricated from scrap by the shops complex, a tribute to the contribution of RSP to the national defense. A small pond, stone and cement sculptures and tribal art paintings are further embellishing the splendor of the garden. That's all for today's news bulletin. Namaskar.